Sundays are lazy days in the Big Brother house. They're all...
Live nomination show. Well, tonight we can count the Big Brother housemates on one hand and one finger. The right finger, not the root finger, points to the winner. Now imagine it. There are 5 of you and you have to nominate 2 people and you're not allowed to nominate yourself. So basically you have to vote for half of the housemates, which is pretty tough when they're your friends. And how hard is it to be kind when you can see a Big Brother victory on the horizon? Well, tonight's show is intrigue, suspense, some crazy news from Big Brother overseas, rare footage of Kieran as a child game show star, and for the first time ever in the universe, the dramatic reunion of Mirabai and... Damien. But first, we are going to cross to the house. Now, the problem is that the guys in the house have spent the last 2 or 3 hours making themselves look beautiful, especially for us. And they're going, what's Greta going to say? What's Greta going to say? And I think we should ignore them. What do you reckon? Well, we'll just see what happens. Let's cross to the house and take a look. Hello, guys. Hello. Can we move in a little bit closer, camera, so we can have a look? Yeah. You've been preparing all afternoon, obviously. Yeah. Psychologically, that is, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Interesting light there. Oh, Marty. Your eyes look really pretty today.
I bet they do, Gretel.
They're green and gorgeous.
Like a chook, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's great.
You do. You look like a chook. Kieran, you look pretty too. You look pretty as well.
Pardon who? Sorry?
Kieran.
Oh,
Carol.
don't I look beautiful? I look like I'm about 50 with my comb over.
Oh, you are. It's all right. You know what, Kieran? I didn't notice you had a comb over. Sorry about that. You know, there's a really sort of Spanish side coming through in your behaviour there, Kieran. Isn't there? Weren't you Francoise in the dance? And now we've got a frilly little number around the neck. Is there something you want to tell the whole world?
Yes, we do it, go, Carol.
My parents are now having a heart attack, Gretel. I like girls.
Ah, yeah, we all know what that means. Yep. All right,
Exactly.
Pete, you look pretty as well. Look at the poor girls. This is normally what you'd be wearing, Jess.
I know, look, and a glitzy and glamour. I love it.
Actually, you are dressed the same as them, Jess. All right, we've got nominations. Now, I've just got to check. Big Brother, are we going to start the nominations now?
Yes.
No, we're not. You can just sit there looking pretty. Just look pretty. Yep, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. I couldn't resist. How pathetic was I? Anyway, what can you say? Someone's sitting there with half a flower garden wrapped around their neck. You know, anyway, sorry. So last night, the eviction stage was awash with tears, just as I'm about to cry now. I'm so emotional seeing them all. Now, we had emotional Mirabai here. This is getting so intense. Mirabai was welcomed back to the real world. Back in the house, the only music in the bathroom now is the deep woodwind bass of Kieran's solo chamber pop performances. But the love and the music lives on because Mira Mira is on the live nomination show tonight and she is the fairest of them all. So would you please welcome Mira? Now, I would ask you what you've been doing, and if you're tired, and I tell you that you look beautiful, take all of that as read. You set the cat amongst the pigeons tonight. The message that you left for the housemates.
Oh.
Because you have a special relationship with Marty. Oh, I know. And now Jess is upset.
No.
I know, I'm upset.
No, this is a joke, right?
No! Because then Mirabai, then you or Mirabai, then Jess was saying, oh, did you find her attractive? And Marty said, yes, I did.
Oh, well, that's nice. I mean, I think we had the sort of relationship where we knew each other was attractive, but there was never anything. It was like brother and sister.
Do you think boys are stupid?
Yeah.
I do too. I've just been talking to Big Brother. I just said, you're all stupid. Went down very well, yes.
Look, that's a shame, and I'm sorry that happened, and maybe something came out in the wrong way. I don't know.
No, there's no heartache or anything. I found it intriguing. I found it more of an insight into the male mind, actually. It's a shallow insight, typically, but there we go.
Well, what did I say? Something about the look.
Yes, I gave you a look and you gave me a look.
No, that's just like a
fellow traveller. A fellow traveller look.
We share a humour. We understand what the situation is. We've got the same take on it, sort of look.
All
know
right.
what I mean?
Well, I have to say that Jess was beautiful, bouncy Jess, and she didn't seem to mind.
Oh.
I seem to take it a little personally, but I don't know why. I know, it's probably the moon. Now,
It's funny.
who do we think...
Funny.
But you see, that's what it's like. No, everything that you do and say has been analysed.
Yes.
Now tell me, who do you think is going to be nominated tonight?
It's always a guess, but maybe Peter, maybe Jess, maybe Kieran.
Yeah, because this is getting hard. One of the things that we noticed when they were all chatting tonight, last night, after the eviction, is just what amazing friends everybody really has become.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that's why when they were chatting about your relationship with Martin, everybody was laughing and teasing each other.
That's the way it is, isn't it?
It is.
Really,
So I was just thinking, wow, tonight's hard. So one of the things that did happen during this week, as you know, was this outbreak of peace and love. Everybody they just all loved each other. Some a little too much. No, I'm joking. So there was peace and love all over the house. And this past week... Yeah, that's exactly it. Now, there could be big implications for tonight's nominations because the task standoff actually cooled off this week and any warriors actually became buddies. And the house has never been so close.
I'll tell you what, the last 3 days, have they not been? They've been fine days.
With Valley's the field.
Where's Valley?
Been great for all the family.
I think it's been a fun week.
It has
Really
exceptionally quite fast. Yeah.
We're up quite early in the morning. It's the first night in the same room together. Did exercise, dancing, basketball, so much stuff. And went to bed at like 1 o'clock at night. It was really full enjoyable day.
It's been different, really different, but great.
Everyone's been so enthused.
Yeah, everyone has.
And we've really been digging each other and getting to know each other.
How the house is working at the moment, I'm really enjoying this. Probably one of my best weeks that I've had in the house.
We've grown together now, and I think we're bonding really well.
Well, as the house grows closer, nominations grow more and more difficult. Think of all the things that they have shared over the past 2 months. The only other people who spend that much time together are astronauts and Siamese twins. And now they have to turn against each other. Kieran's been saying that the house is full of joy. But there must be someone who's rubbing him the wrong way. There has to be. So let's go to the diary room and find out who.
Big brother, Kieran, to the diary room.
Go, Harry.
Go Harry's practice.
See you, Harry.
At least get a walk
Harry,
going.
Harry, you look great. Darling?
Shut up. Here's a small clue.
Kieran,
Yes, big brother.
who do you nominate for 2 points and why?
Okay, another appalling reason. I give 2 points. I'll give Jess. Haven't got much of a reason, but a couple of times this week, I guess. Both of my reasons are the same sort of thing, based on the same thing. Jess has sort of woken. Basically, when we wake up, we've got to talk outside. Otherwise, Big Brother will turn the lights on in the morning. If we talk in the bedrooms, and if Big Brother turns the lights on, then there's no more sleep for anyone. And just a couple of times, she was up sort of speaking in the morning inside the room rather than sort of outside, and that sort of, the lights came on and woke everyone, including myself, up. And I know it's not a big one, but you know, sleepers.
It's acceptable.
Sleepers.
Who do you nominate for 1 point and why?
Marty, I nominate for 1 point for just the same reason. Just, or if she wakes up, she'll normally then speak to Marty, I guess, and that sort of wakes me up. Not that I really care, but there we go.
Thank you, Kieran.
Well, there we go. The first cab is off the rank. How are you feeling? All right?
Me?
Yes.
Fine.
You're ready?
I have to do that. No, I'm just out here having fun now.
Oh, no, but part of you might want to be in there being friends with them in that safe little place.
Oh, look, I mean, I have seen bits of them, and I just look at them and I just want to hug them. Like, I saw Jessica snuggled up, and I just wanted to go in and hug her, you know? Like, and Marty dressed up like this.
He looks very attractive, doesn't
He's so
he?
fun. Oh, they're all so funny.
Well, you can cuddle someone, I guess, if you feel like it, because we've got here the big Damo. Would you please welcome him now?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Well, talk about excluded. Hello.
Oh, for you as well, Gretel.
Still Giovanni?
It is Siobhan, yes.
Would you recognise each other's scents?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've seen each other?
It is, God.
But you have spoken on the phone, haven't you?
No, I can't even remember last night's conversation.
Oh, that's a good start.
I was,
Yeah.
no, seriously, I had a chat and then I woke up this morning, I was like, because I had a bit to drink last night, and then I was
So
like,
did I.
wow, I can't remember, yeah.
That is such a typical male pathetic
Are you
excuse.
sure you really can't remember?
No, seriously.
Is this serious?
No, I remember.
We didn't really talk about much, but
I remember just, because I woke up this morning, I was like, did I have a dream last night? Because I spoke to my guitarist, and he goes, yeah, you spoke to me, but you didn't have a dream. You really did. I was like, wow, cool.
were you really pissed then?
I was pretty pissed, yeah. No. I still remember most of what went.
This is deplorable. If you were actually conscious when you were on the phone, what would you have said to Mirabai last night?
I would have said, because my guitarist repeated exactly what I said, and I went, yeah, I probably would have said that, which was, like, look after yourself today, get some rest, and you're sweet and you're beautiful. I think I said that.
You didn't say that last bit, but
Didn't I
you
say
said to get the rest, and I appreciated that. Unfortunately, I didn't get any, though.
Oh, didn't you?
I don't know what she means by that. There will be more nominations after the break. And we look at the spooky psychic mystery of Sarah's third eye. Is she the house Nostradamus? Well, that was solid gold rhythm, and one of those dancers has barely put a step wrong in the diary room this series. It would appear that one housemate has powers of nomination that stretch the fabric of Big Brother reality. You see, for 6 of the past 7 weeks, the evictee has been nominated by our secret psychic, Sarah.
I'm going to give it 2 to Katrina.
It's time to go, Katrina.
Well, this is really going to kill me, but I'm going to have to give it to Aaron.
Aaron.
I'm going to give 2 points to Shannon.
Time to go, Shannon.
2 to Takan.
Turkan.
I'm going to give 1 point to Brody.
Brody.
2 points to Mirabai.
Mirabai. I know, isn't that amazing? Well, as Nathan might say, that is the spookiest thing in Spookonia. We're ready for Sarah's prediction this week. I am nervous. Let's go to the house.
This is Big Brother. Sarah, to the diary room.
I was wrong. That was Marty on me next. I mean, that was a pretty big break, eh?
Sarah, who do you nominate for 2 points and why?
I'm going to give 2 to Kieran because I find that Kieran doesn't clean up after himself when he makes himself a snack, and we're constantly bringing it up in the group to do that. I just feel that it's unfair because I do it myself and I know the other housemates do it, so yeah.
And who do you nominate for 1 point and why?
I'm going to give 1 to Jess, just because in the mornings she's been waking me up by talking loudly, and we all came up with an agreement last week that if you're going to talk in the morning, go outside so you can let the other guys sleep. Yeah, and I know sometimes that annoys me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, any surprises there for you, Mirabai? We had Kieran with 2 and Jess with 1.
No.
Right.
Not even the reasons.
Not even the reasons? Okay. What about you?
I just like the reasons because they're just not directed at personality anymore. They've come to love each other and they're just looking for little pithy little excuses. It's just, I think it's pretty lame. I reckon they should find a real excuse and say it.
Oh, for example, what? I was so pissed I don't remember.
Well, it was such a magical phone moment. It was like it was a dream.
Oh, we're back to you. What a surprise. Okay. No, you've got to understand, when you were in the house, there are 12 people with a lot of personalities on fire.
Yeah.
But they've shared a lot of experiences now, and there is a lot of love. Do you think that's genuine now when people are saying, I love you and I care about you? They really do in the house?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to realise that there is something held back by a lot of people, and that's because they do have to think about the game, and these people in here now are probably in here to win now, and that's understandable. But the love is real.
Yeah.
I'm very sure it is.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Marty is standing by to vote. I suspect Jess is safe, but who knows after tonight. But I wonder if his relationship with anyone else have, so to speak, lost their spark this week. Let's cross to the diary room and see what Marty has to say.
This is Big Brother. Marty, to the diary room.
You got to wait till he says something up next.
We have to hear it out here too.
Yeah.
Hey, go boy. Go son.
Marty, who do you nominate for 2 points and why? Marty.
All right. Kieran, this week for 2 points. I know that he often tells a good story, but when it comes to telling another story to him, I feel that he becomes a little blank and he goes off on a tangent and sometimes doesn't listen, which makes me feel a little uncomfortable when I'm speaking.
Who do you nominate for 1 point and why?
This week I nominate Sarah for 1 point. On the odd occasion, Sarah is a little bit hard for me to bond with. I feel that she's a sort of a clingy person who sticks to some people, and that makes it a bit harder for me to bond with her. And now with less of a group, it's a bit more noticeable, just on the odd occasion.
And you can't overcome that, Marty?
Hopefully I can in the up-and-coming week. For sure, work on that.
But you've just nominated her. You're telling me that that's a reason to nominate her because you're not putting your best into having a relationship with her?
Well, it's just been a little bit harder because she sort of puts up a bit of a wall, and it becomes a bit harder for me to reach to her, I feel, because she does get clingy to certain people and finds that in certain people.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What do you think of that one, Mirabai?
Well, Marty's obviously put a lot of thought into it. A lot of thought, and yeah, I just think congratulations to him for finding reasons like that, because it's very hard to.
And it's also hard to please Big Brother, isn't it?
Oh, it is very hard, yeah.
You see, you missed out on all of that. Do you wish you were still in the house now?
Yeah, there was a couple of tasks that I would have loved, but I wouldn't mind being in there for at least 3 or 4 weeks other than 2. But, I can't complain.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we will see our last 2 housemates nominated after the break. Now, don't forget, tomorrow night, the housemates are in for one of their most heart-thumping surprises yet. It is a special live show. It's the Big Brother MasterCard Charity Challenge. And from 8:30 p.m, the house will be turned into a sort of twisted fun fair, and the housemates will be getting their first physical contact with the outside world in 9 weeks. I'm going into the house, and I can't wait. It's basically one of the most ridiculous tasks they've ever had, and the leading scientists from our high-tech task testing laboratory have spent this week fine-tuning the challenges. Hey, hey, Well, that was beautiful. Now, whether she's singing, talking, or doing that, Jess has a very distinctive voice in the Big Brother house, and it's hard to ignore her. But Peter has been trying his very best. He doesn't know this, but the big fella has bought himself a few nomination votes for cutting Jess off in mid-conversational flight.
I'm going to go Peter for 2 points. Just because sometimes I find it's a bit disrespectful when he cuts me off midway through a conversation, like to state his opinion.
I love relationships though. I love meeting
Me
girls.
too.
Love
See, I've found it so hard because...
I do. Not for the fact of bookfooting or anything like that. Just,
I know.
I love meeting girls.
Yeah, I love it too.
I love that feeling you get. And
Anyway, they were all given bibs, the people with blue eyes, all given bibs.
You know what I did?
Then treated
You know what I
like
did?
scum. And
When Meg
the other
was on that
people with
uni,
brown eyes were told...
I
they were
was
green
sitting
eyes.
in on her lectures.
Well, Peter hasn't changed his habits this week. I wonder if Jess's response has. She's standing by to nominate, so let's cross to the house.
This is Big Brother. Jess to the diary room.
Picked it like a dirty nose.
Go Jess. Go Jess. Go Jet High.
Hey there.
Jess,
Yes.
who do you nominate for 2 points and why?
Okay, firstly, I'm going with Kieran, because I just find it a bit inconsiderate sometimes, like when he makes himself some food and then walks away and leaves it for other housemates to clean up.
And who do you nominate for 1 point and why?
I'm going to go Sarah, just because this week, even though she's been extroverted and all lively and everything, I just feel we still haven't sort of got to another level. It's kind of prevented me from getting to know her. She's hung out with the other lads and she speaks openly with them, but I still feel there's kind of a barrier there.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Is that true with Sarah? Did you reach a point where you thought you knew her and then you didn't know her?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's funny because I nominated her once for the same kind of reason. And then after that, I wondered whether it was a real reason.
Yeah.
I wondered whether I'd fabricated it for myself, but I think it is real sometimes. And yeah, obviously they've noticed it too, so yeah.
Well, actually, Jess and Marty nominated the same people, I think. You don't even know Kieran. This must be weird seeing these people in the house that you were in.
Yeah, I feel when I see Kieran, he's such a massive character. He's got so much to give. But in saying that, those sort of big characters always have those little faults and little problems, obviously, with the food in the kitchen. I mean, he's friendly and nice, but to be picked up like that's pretty harsh on him. Yeah.
Do you think that if you come into the house late, Mirabai, that you can never really create the same sort of bond that has been developed on the previous 4 or 5 weeks?
Well, just from my experience with Kieran, yeah, I didn't find that I had the same bond with him as I did with the other people. So, yeah, it must be difficult for him. He's certainly done very well, though.
He has, hasn't he?
Very well.
All right, well, Peter's the last to vote tonight. And the big bear got a bit growly and grumpy after some late-night bedroom chatter annoyed him in his cave earlier this week. And it might still be on his mind, so let's go to the house and find out.
Yeah, the
This is Big Brother.
kaleidoscope.
Peter to the diary room.
Kaleidoscope. Is it? Go on, work it, baby, work it.
Work,
Got
work
to
the
have
body.
that body close to me.
Come on, please.
Such a sensation.
Hello, Big Brother.
Peter,
Yes.
who do you nominate for 2 points and why?
Okay. This is going to sound really weird coming from me dressed like this, but 2 points for Marty. I think he lacks empathy, and it's hard. You cannot have a conversation with him that is real.
And who do you nominate for 1 point and why?
1 point, I nominate Jess. I think she says a lot of stuff that she doesn't mean just for the sake of saying something, which kind of gets on your nerves a little bit.
Thank you.
No worries. See you, fella.
All right. Any thoughts? Did you get to know Pete at all?
The first week, not at all. I think that's why he nominated me. But the second week, I got to know him. He's cool. Yeah, we had chats. He's very blokey, and we get along with that. It's good to see he's dishing out some decent reasons too. These are good. These it's like he's formed relationships with them, but he's still finding some serious faults, and he's saying he's not afraid to say it, which is good.
Yeah, it depends on your personality, though. Like we noticed with you last night, Mirabai, you very much want to take responsibility for yourself, and if you don't get on with somebody,
Yeah.
you think, well, what's wrong with me?
That's
not what's
right.
wrong with them.
That's why I find nominations difficult.
Yeah, it suits some people, but it doesn't necessarily suit others, does it?
Yeah, that's
All
true.
right. So who do you think's going to be evicted this week? Any guesses?
It's probably going to be Kieran. I think Kieran's, yeah.
All right. On that final note, I would like to say thank you very much, Damien, for joining us. I have to have some secret girl talk with Mirabai here.
Sure.
Thanks for joining us. That must be a bit weird, isn't it? Well, like the guys in the house in tonight's show were saying that when the relationship you have in the house is it from a different world. Because you're inside the house and time is different and all that business. And now this is the first time you've seen Damien.
Yeah.
And you must have to find a new point of contact, I suppose.
I don't know. I mean, the entire environment's different, but he's the same person. I think Damo, I think he did pretty well just being him in the house, and so I don't know. I'm just looking forward to chatting with him after this, because really, that's nothing. I can't tell really anything about anything just from just talking to him there.
Yeah.
But he gave me a flower, which is really sweet.
Depends where he got it from.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
It's looking familiar to a bunch that's in my room. Not that he was there with me. It's plastic.
It took me that long. I can't believe it.
We shall burn it later. Now, let's have a look at some footage of Damien meeting Daniel.
Okay.
You haven't seen this, have you?
No.
Let's have a look.
To the relationship anyway. That's what she told me.
Well, I guess we can get clarification of that because we have him here tonight.
Well, man, the thing is, man, no doubt I feel sorry for you, and this is the. Hey, come on.
I didn't want her to be worrying about me on the outside.
Yeah.
And I wanted her experiencing that, so I'm actually not angry that you were away. I don't blame you or anything. I don't
You're a
think
very
you've
big
done
man,
anything
Daniel. Congratulations.
cool blokes. You do have good taste.
I do, yeah.
Don't you? You've spoken to Daniel?
Yes, I have. Yes, he's very strong. He's being strong. Yeah, I just... There's still some things to sort out, I think. He's been through some stuff, you know, because of things. And it's just been a bit hard for him, but he's got through it really well.
And it hasn't been that easy for you either, has it? Because I saw you in the house. You would often think, what am I doing? Have I made a mistake here? Because on the one hand, you want to have every experience you can. That's the reason you go into the Big Brother house. Right. But to have ties and associations outside is a huge responsibility, isn't it?
Well, I think the main thing that confused me was not the relationships that I had in the house, because they were good, they were real in the house, you know what I mean? And I knew I liked the people, you know, wonderful people inside this house, everything, all the relationships were real, right? But on the outside, I was so confused about my relationship with Daniel because it had been so on and off, so indefinite all the time. I didn't know exactly what was going on out there and what had been going on before.
Yeah.
Even though I did cut it off at the end, it was so weird because the last 2 weeks before were just beautiful. Do you know what I mean? It was just very crazy.
Yeah, so that chapter wasn't finished, although it sort of was, but it needed another conversation and you couldn't have it.
Well, no, I don't know. I think it's just that it's taking me 3 years of on and off with this beautiful person to come to realise that maybe it won't work. And we've said that so many times, and that's why I've broken up so many times.
Yeah.
But this has been something that maybe will help me move on. I'm not sure. I don't know. So I still need to talk to him, but I really need to move on. I need to start a new life.
You're amazing. You really are. Teaching women all over the nation. you're a wonderfully honest girl, so thank you. Thank you for all of that. And it's the most amazing thing about you. You know, you wear your heart on your sleeve, which means that it can get damaged, but you can have wonderful experiences too. Now, you have got a legacy item here for us, and you forgot to mention last night it's signed by all the housemates.
Yeah, all of them? No.
Well, not the ones who've been evicted, I
No,
suppose.
of course
Must
not.
be from when you were first nominated.
Yeah, of course.
All right, and your charity?
My charity is the Salvation Army. They've actually been a help to us in the past.
To your family?
Yes. So that's why.
Fantastic.
Especially why.
All right.
Yep.
That's a good idea. Now, we know that we go to bigbrother.oprimus.com.au. Now, that case is currently going for $2,025, which is not bad, considering you then have to buy a violin to put inside it. Did you think of alternative uses? One earring? I don't know. Now, Nathan's shirt went for, that was the one that you couldn't stand near a heater in, that was $1,225. And Alex's shirt, which didn't even have sleeves, was $2,325. Now, Mirabai has an online chat that's tonight at 9:45 after Secret Life of Us. Now, there was one thing you mentioned earlier, that people in the house are now knowing that it's a game. And was that something that ever occurred to you, that you might say things or not say things as you drew closer to the finish line because you wanted to win?
Yes, and I've always wanted to avoid that because I don't know, I think a lot of people are being like that or have been, and I don't feel that it would be me being a person of integrity if I did. But I've gone the opposite way, and I did say certain things that let people target me, and I suppose that's just part of me being honest about myself.
There's nothing wrong with being honest.
No.
We all love you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. After the break, can we stand more shocking revelations about Kieran's personal life and hygiene habits? The answer is yes, of course we can. And his two best mates will join me to tell all. But before the ugliness, let's bask in the beauty of Minnie Mira and her violin. Here she is at age 6.
Got the letter from my friend yesterday, and he indicated that I should have kept my shirt on.
stop wearing the same underwear on multiple days. 3, get rid of the cowboy hat. 4, have sex with someone, please. Nathan will do. Make us friends. Keep enjoying yourself and don't forget who your real friends are, even though we've forgotten you.
Joining me now, the writer of that letter, Michael.
Gretel?
Yeah, good deal there. And what about you, Matt?
Oh, it's great. Great fun.
Who are you to be giving advice to Kieran?
Well, I'm one of his best mates. That gives me license to slag him off as much as I like.
In Australia it does.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, birds of a feather stick together. So that means you must be similar to him.
Yes, we're very similar in a
What
lot of
colour are
ways.
your undies?
Tonight they're black.
You know what? Oh, black as well.
And whole free.
Really?
And they're clean.
Oh, allegedly,
Matt cleaned mine
allegedly.
before the show.
All right, so you're all good mates and you've been mates since school and you all worked at Woolies together.
Yeah.
You prowl around looking for chicks. You two get millions of them.
That's
Kieran
right.
gets none. That's the way it works,
That's
is
correct.
it? Or you get none as well, but now you're just bagging Kieran.
We all get none.
So you're a bunch of losers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the way it's worked for quite a while now.
But you know what? When Kieran comes out of the house, you're going to have chicks all over the place.
That's right.
Have you been practicing?
Pick 'em up.
But Kieran smells, is that right?
Kieran smells in many areas, his armpits, his underpants and his feet.
Really?
Yes.
He was once proud to know that he doesn't actually wash with soap.
He does or he doesn't?
He doesn't.
He doesn't wash with
He just
soap?
stands in the shower, let the water run over him for a while, and then steps out and dries himself off.
Any other horrible habits?
Kieran hardly washes at all. He's the kind of guy who always takes hot food into cinemas. You know that person who's always got the burgers in the cinema? That's Kieran. And you know the guy in the cinema that's got his shoes off and his feet stink? That's also Kieran.
Let's have a look at little baby Kieran before he became so revolting, tarnished by you guys. Let's have a look.
Ingrid's partner today is Kieran. And Kieran has done something which I think a lot of us would have liked to have done.
I hugged Mickey Mouse.
Now, well, there you go. I mean, I've never been to Disney. I presume you went to Disneyland or
Yes,
to,
yeah,
to do that.
Disneyland. Yeah.
We want some nuts. We need some nuts. We need some nuts. Okay, that's it. They did it with 10 seconds to spare.
Well, it would seem that hugging Mickey Mouse was the last intimate relationship that Kieran had.
It's actually not. That girl that was in that show, Ingrid, he took to his Year 12 formal. So he didn't meet another girl for 6 whole years, so he had to drag her back to go to his Year 12 formal.
You have a horrible friend.
Oh, it's all right.
All right, how do you think he's going to go? He looks like he might be up for eviction. What do you reckon?
I think he's going to go. I think he's up for eviction against Marty and Jess, and I don't think anyone wants to see them get parted just yet.
I agree.
Good mate, sorry.
I don't want to see him go, but I just don't think the public's going to part Marty and Jess.
All right, I like you too. You can be my friends too. Thank you for joining us, Matt and Michael. All right, we all know about the Big Brother Nestle cow, which is part of the moving art exhibition. And last week there was a rumour that the cow got pregnant. This week someone said they saw it jumping over the moon. There are all kinds of stories about our cow, but we don't want to milk it. Here she is with Mirabai.
That's what you do with dogs.
Holy shit, rapid fire.
He's very inquisitive. He.
Well, it has been a wide-ranging and wide-eyed week in the news of Big Brother in the outside world. And to unload a mini skip of goss, here is Kylie Keogh from Sydney's Daily Telegraph. Welcome. Now, Big Brother made the 5 o'clock news.
That's right. We had some alleged intruders, 3 guys who broke in, said they were in the backyard, filmed the whole thing from a tree overlooking the backyard for a holiday movie, and were caught, arrested, fined, but no one's seen the video. Big Brother cameras didn't catch them on the camera in the backyard. So were they really there, or were they just pretending? Apparently they used a ladder to climb up and had a $2 trowel, which to dig a hole to get under the fence. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to see that evidence.
It's like, you know, put up or shut up, you know?
Well, we say it more elegantly, but yes.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, let's have a look at them coming out of the police station, I think it is.
Melbourne lads Chris, Matt and Andrew achieved their 15 seconds of fame after trespassing in the Big Brother compound early this morning.
I thought when I was coming out of the house, instead of the police, it would have been Greta.
The real housemate slept throughout the drama. Dreamworld is now reviewing its security procedures, but denies any of the intruders actually entered the yard.
Ooh, and what about this other publicity, the DNA story with the gaydar?
Yeah,
What's that about?
This is fantastic. There's been a gaydar. It's the Bods of Big Brother. It's all the boys and Sarah, including Will, the lovely guy who didn't make it in the house. Now, there's some comments here about the gaydar readings. Peter, for a start, straight but has girly eyelashes.
Right.
So he's not up there.
And we all know gaydar means where the gay guys think you might have a gay potential.
Yes, that's right. Nathan's, of course, is quite screaming high. There's more camping in Nathan's little toad than there is in a caravan park at Christmas. It's such great bitchy queen humour. It's fantastic. And Will can intrude at our house at any time, apparently. I think we can all say that. Gay men, straight women.
He's got a good bod. You go for the biceps. All right, now, what about the web rumours?
Yeah, there's some good ones this week. First of all, we have that there's an evictee third bedroom. All the evictees have been stashed in the third bedroom. They're staying there. They've never left the house. It's like flowers in the attic, you know. They're probably all sort of sitting in there growing an extra head or something, you know. And then at the end of, they're going to be released back in.
Why?
I don't know.
Right, okay, so they're all in a room.
There's a tunnel connecting this house, the house, to the third bedroom.
All right. Oh, interesting. Well, Big Brother does have some more
I
secrets.
think someone would have killed someone before they got released back in. I can't see Aaron and Shannon.
Yeah, who knows? And what about Turkana? There's a rumour about her too,
Yes,
isn't
there's a
there?
rumour about Turkan has been asked to go into the Turkish Big Brother house.
All right.
No answer on that. Don't know whether she's decided to or not.
There's another rumour that...
Other Turks ready for Turkan? I don't know.
Another rumour that the Big Brother house has a whole other house underneath it, and it's somehow going to rise up.
Why?
Yeah, that one's completely true. Okay, now, what happened in Mexico? Some sort of swap?
Yeah, there's been a swap between the Mexican Big Brother and the Spanish Big Brother. I think Eduardo has gone from Mexico. Here he is coming down from the sky in what looks like a crate.
Spot the Mexican.
Big sombreros. So he's arriving. These are his new Spanish housemates.
All right, and then...
And Ness from the Spanish house has gone to the Mexican house.
All right.
I don't know how that's going to go.
Well, very passionately, I would imagine.
Yes.
And now, also we had a photo shoot. What's that about?
Yes, there's been a photo shoot with all the evictees. They've all gotten together. Haven't seen each other for a while, I'd imagine. And it's in Who Weekly, released next Friday, this Friday coming. And, yeah, it looks like lots of fun.
All right, let's have a quick sneak preview of that.
Oh, I just can't believe this. Look at your hair.
You got a great
Exciting, boys!
Now have a look at this. Turkan and Shannon were the first two people to sit down and get their makeup done today. All the other guys have been through. Nathan's the last one down. Shannon's still up to her nails, and Turkan's still on the hair.
I'm dehydrated!
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you for sharing that gossip with us. That's Kylie Keogh from Sydney's Daily Telegraph. Sorry. Okay. Stand to attention, sound the trumpets and release the doves. We are getting ready to announce this week's nominees. Some will be one step closer to eviction and some will be closer to victory. After all this time, it is going to be tough news to take and we will see how they handle it after this break. Well, the nomination votes have been counted, checked and folded into a herd of delicate origami piglets. Big Brother has the results. Let's cross to the house.
This is Big Brother. This week, there are 3 nominees for eviction. Kieran, Jessica, and May.
Oh. Got a week. No way.
Oh, Kirill. Yet again.
Wow, state of shock in the house over there. What is going to happen? Well, hit the phones. To evict Kieran, call 1902. 555 010. That is 1902 555 010. To send Jessica home, dial 1902 555 011. That number's 1902 555 011. And for Marty's eviction, call 1902 555 012. That's 1902 555 012. So, they are our nominees. You might already know who you want to vote for, or you might change your mind after watching them on The Daily Show this week. I can see people's heads nodding. You all know who you want to vote for. Oh, I don't. I, of course, don't vote. Okay, we will see you this Sunday. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Will your favourite housemates be safe? Who knows? Now, don't forget, tomorrow night, the Big Brother MasterCard Charity Challenge, live from 8:30. And this Thursday, there will be an avalanche of laughs and classic moments because we have the best of Uncut. I'm Gretel Colleen. I will see you when I go into the house tomorrow night. Good night.
This program brought to you from Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.